All right. We had some technical difficulties, but we back. So
Yep.
definitely. So let them know, like, we was having a conversation about um, the foster care system and how people, really are not trying to put their focus on that,
Yeah.
like they're not. They are really neglecting what's what. And then when you left, I was talking about, like, having my uncles were in the foster care system as well. My mom was adopted, so you know what I mean. So sometimes it's about survival mode in a sense. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like you passing on different things because it's like survival mode, like for
Yep.
real. So even though this didn't happen, you still was in survival mode. You feel what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
and then you pass it on and pass it on, and then we wonder why this person is that way. Oh, it's because that person saw their mom get beat to death,
Yep.
saw their mom get murdered. And so
Yep.
what happened was they snatched the kids up and they put them in the foster care system. My uncles were in the New York foster care system, and they went their separate ways. And
Mm-mm.
my mom met like her brothers, like two of her brothers, when she was like in her 20s. So it's a whole lot to it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not what you think it is.
Yep.
It's more to it. It's different levels to it.
Yep. That's
So
right.
that's why I can relate to you, because my mom was adopted. My uncles was in the foster care system as well. My uncles witnessed their mom getting killed. And so,
Mm-mm.
she was like 26, 27. So yeah, it's
This
like,
is terrible.
yeah. So I see a lot in you. Like, I'm proud of you, you know what I mean, for what you stand for, and whatever I could do to help you and any way I could support you, I got you.
Yeah. It's that was just so sad of a story. About your uncle seeing their mom getting murdered. That's unfortunate because um, my birth mom, she's still, alive, and she's recovering from drugs, and she's doing a whole lot better. So I do have a relationship with her, not so much with my father, but you made a good point. A lot of people don't have sympathy for foster children. They don't understand because they never went through that. And most of the time, when foster children, when they get older, they're dealing with a lot of emotional issues, detachments, and that's the reason why there's like a lot of, if you look on Facebook, there's a lot of like foster care groups for former foster children, which I have joined. And a lot of people, foster children, they get triggered a lot, and that's why the Mary Trice Foster Care Foundation is, we're trying to grow. I'm trying to grow it. I'm trying to get the resources so I can help the foster children. So when they do get older and they do get, triggered by something, they can at least have the techniques down pack on what to expect and how to overcome the different scenarios that life brings on. And to the average person that had a mom or a dad or stayed with their grandparents, they can get through certain situations a little bit better. But a former foster child, it takes them a little bit longer, and
Hmm.
it's very hard to understand if you was not a foster, if you wasn't a foster child yourself, or if you haven't been around someone that actually went through the system. So again, our community, we have to do better because you know, bring it back to what we were talking about with part one. It's no excuse for those children to be sleeping on the floor at the social service department when we have so many resources, so many leaders in our community. We're supposed to have, Ward Cooper. I don't know what's going on. You know, the governor, like it's so much that can be done, but nothing is being done. And that's why again, I'm glad that I was able to come on this podcast, and to share this sense of urgency, to share what's going on so that we can at least try to help as many of those foster children as possible. Because I understand I'm not going to be able to help all of them, but if I can help one, just like someone did to me, that can make a difference in their lifetime forever.
And that's what it's all about. And so I would like to, like, have a conversation with you and see, how we connect people together and be able to, what I'm saying, come together and figure things out together, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's what it's all about, being able to bring like-minded people together that wants to help people in the foster care system, that really want to help, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't even about the financial, it's not
Yep.
even about that. It's about really just getting out in the community and really, really being the voice. Really
Yep.
saying, because you're the voice.
Yeah.
You're the voice. You are. You're doing. I'm like, yo, when I say I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you doing it. 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 Like, that's what I gotta say to you. Doing it. You're being what you're supposed to be, and you're helping those kids. You might not see it right now, but you will see it when you running for office, and you'll be
Hmm.
able to have in different laws and different things, and you will be able to have these grants, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
specialized
Yeah.
for event to happen. Because for real, you're watching what's happening, but it
Yes.
couldn't go down like that on your watch. So that's why
Right.
I'm telling you, you should run for office. You should do that because you already know what it's like to be in that system. You are enough.
Well, thank you so much. Now I feel like I want to, the energy, which is positive, which is, people that I like to hang around because the energy is great. And this is kind of like off topic because that young lady that got killed in
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, and everybody's talking about it because you know how Facebook is.
Yeah.
Whatever's trending, everybody wants to say something. So I don't usually talk about trends, but the energy of different people will speak louder than their words. And I kind of feel that now all women are saying, "Oh, I watch my friends. Oh, I look at this. Oh, I'm like that." And I would say 80% of the time they're not. They're just trying to, because they know what's right and know what's wrong. But your energy, and I haven't seen you since college. I don't really know you like that. I'm not, you know, I haven't even reached out to you at all because I'm very, very busy because, but the energy where you can motivate someone to want to be better and do something from their heart for our community is something that words cannot describe. That's a good person. That's a person that will take you to a high when you're on the low on your worst day. That's a person when you are behind on your bills, you don't know how you're gonna eat, your kid, and but that type of energy will get a person over situations like that. That energy would can you know creates leaders, like real leaders. And I'm pretty sure like the people like the president, just other African American leaders. I'm just gonna say African American leaders in our community. They had someone that was pushing them with positivity to be great. Just like every time I inbox you, I'm like, hey, I didn't retake my real estate. I said my anxiety. And you always say, oh, you can do it. You're not like everybody else who, one lady, somebody, I ain't gonna say which family member, somebody never talks to me at all. I don't talk to you. You don't like me. You only talking to me because you want to be nosy. And one thing about a hater will be around you more than a friend. A hater is always going to want to be around you, even though they know they cannot stand you, but they always are going to inquire about what you're doing, and they always going to be around you. But this family member was like, "Oh, how's the real estate going?" And in the back of my head, I wanted to cuss her out, but like, Goodwin, you don't want me to pass. You don't care. You're only asking because you want to see. And then when I said, "Well, it may take me a while," and a couple people said, "Well, yeah, I had people that take 2, 3 years." I could hear in their voice they liked it. They
Yes.
liked the fact that I was, doubting myself, going to
Yes.
take 2 or 3 years to do
Yes.
it. But guess what? Guess what, Kendra?
What's up?
December 1st is going down.
And you already know what you're gonna do.
Right.
You
But
already know
just
what you're gonna do.
right. And just like the energy, that person's energy was negative as hell. And the only time I heard the positivity is when I said, it's going to take me some years to do this. I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
Cause
mhm. I was like,
mm-hmm.
why is it that my downfall or my um, lacking of passing a test, taking a test, um, because I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and me saying that it's difficult, it's going to take me a while. Why do I feel that some positivity from that? And I said, I'm going to keep. I can't. I don't want to be around this person. I don't want to talk. This person is dangerous. This
Yes.
person, people like that, just like that girl in Mexico, will sit there and watch you get your ass beat, robbed, killed, no information. And at the age we're at, especially to me, especially if you're a black woman and you are over 30 years old, and like you said in one of your podcasts, or I think it was one of your pages, if you can't pick up on energy by now, you know what I'm saying? Something is wrong. Energy is so real, but you have to understand what you're feeling. You have to, what I'm saying, understand. And that young lady that went down there and lost her life, she was bubbly. She had her own business. She was 25. She looked good. She traveled like she used to go traveling around a lot of places. And the energy that, because some people are so bubbly, they just like, oh, okay, everybody's nice. But if she would have been in tune with her energy, she would have peaked a long time ago. Hey, I can't. I'm not definitely not going to another country with no haters. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust them. But you live and you learn. You know what I'm saying? But your energy is really good energy, and just to pour it back into you, you're saying that I can be a political leader. You can be a political leader. I've seen this podcast grow. I've seen every single day, unlike some podcasts, they're inconsistent. They'll do really, really good for a couple weeks, a couple months, and they'll stop. But you do this every single day. Everyone you talk to, you treat them the same. You're nice. Um, you are consistent, and that's the type of people that I like to be around. And that's the type of leaders that we need. We need consistency. We need positivity. We need people that is devoted to make a difference. And you care about everything. You care about foster kids. You care about, like one thing, a DJ. You cared about you care, you just like
Yeah.
you're like universally in sound with everything, and that makes you unique, and I think that you should run for political office.
Man, listen, I appreciate you for pouring into me. I really appreciate that. I really thank you so much. Man, consistency and discipline is key. You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying? I push
Yep.
myself to the limit. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Even if I'm scared of rejection, I still go out and do it.
Yep.
All
Yep.
the person can do is say no. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
that's what I see in you. I see you fighting for what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? And it's all of what it's all about: energy and believing in each other and believing in ourselves. When you go take that test, you're going to pass the test. It's not about what you did in the past. It's about what you're doing at this moment. You're going to pass the test.
Thank
You're
you.
going to pass the test. You're going to pass it. And it is always positive energy here. It's always love here. That's all I have to give.
Yep. And I suffer really, 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 really bad with an anxiety And that goes back to being in different foster homes, being in a home where am worried if I'm gonna have to, pack my bags and go somewhere else. It comes from seeing, violence. It comes from just being scared a lot. Like you said, afraid of rejection. And what I'm afraid of is I'm afraid of, I don't like to fail. Um, I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of that feeling. Oh my gosh, I didn't get it, because it triggers something in me because I was a foster child. It triggers that, hey, I'm not good enough. I can't do it because of where I came from. So that's everything. And, I know the information, but my anxiety gets in the way because the pressure and the energy of the people that come around me that don't want me to pass, that act like they do. And that energy, I can feel it, and
Yes,
that plays into my anxiety because of the pressure. And it's so much pressure because there's so much negativity from so many
Mary,
negative people.
Mary, this is what I want you to do. I want you to focus on you. I want you to really focus on you. I want you to dig into you. You can't worry about nobody else. You
Yep.
is you. You are the energy. You are the light. You will pass the test. Don't even worry about the test because it's already taken care of. Don't get
Yep.
in your
Oh,
own way. Don't get in your own way. Don't get in your own way. So when you wake up in the morning tomorrow, I want you to feel like you already passed the test. And the
yep.
next
That's
day,
right.
you feel like you passed the test. The next day, you feel like you passed the test. Go ahead and get that energy going. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Because when you get to that test, December the 1st, guess what? You already done passed the test.
Yep. Like I already passed this test. I'm just, yeah. Oh
You
my god.
already
See,
passed the
that's some. See, that's
test.
what I'm talking about. That's like I feel so just liberated. I feel
Yes.
so um statuesque right now.
Yes.
Because just, and the sad thing is I had to come, and we cool, but the sad thing is I got that type of energy from going on the podcast, and there's so many people around me, and nobody has even called, asked, said anything about it except for one person, one of my friends, and then it was like, you need to go ahead and just take the test, you need to pass it, like just go ahead and get it over with. And other than that, they just like they don't care,
Listen, I care, sis. I care. Listen, when I say I care, you got my number. You could call me. We can have a conversation. I'm your friend because I know who you are, and you know who you are too.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't worry about the people that's not there for us. Let's focus on the people that's there for us and bringing that energy that we need.
Yep, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? The energy that we need. We need good energy. We need that.
Yep.
So you already a real estate agent. You already
Oh,
there.
yeah, they
You
can feel
already
it.
there. When you wake up in the morning, that's the energy. You need to wake up in the morning, talk to yourself in the mirror. I am a real estate agent. I am. I am. You are who you are. You are already
Yes.
there.
Yep, that's right.
You feel that energy and allow your body to feel that energy and just be that. You're a real estate agent. If you want to call me tomorrow, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Like, listen, I'm trying to get me a house.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what I need to do, what I need to do. Like, yo, let's create our own reality. Why not us?
Yep. Why not us? Yep.
Why,
Yep.
why not us, Mary?
Yep.
All you got to do is just believe, right?
Yep. That's it. Yep.
And you know when people like to jump on you. They like to jump on you when you're doing good. That everything
Yeah. Oh,
good.
yes.
But look
And
though, I just want to
yep.
be around people that was with me when I was shooting in the gym.
Yes.
I just
Thank
want to be
you.
around the people that was with me when I was crying. I want to
Yep.
be around the people that was there when I was lost. That's the only people I
Yep.
want to be around. I don't want to be around the people when I'm up
Yep.
They see me up. I want to be around the people that gave my podcast a chance when
Yep,
it was
yep,
just beginning.
yep,
I want to be around people like you, Mary.
yep. I want people like you too. And you
Yeah.
made such a good point because when I first said I passed the state section, just that little section, everybody was like, "Oh, great," you know. And then after a while, when the momentum went down, and then I was like, you know, I know the ones
You got
that
to be
jump
your
on the
own
bandwagon.
momentum. Be your own momentum.
Yep, yep,
Be your own energy. You have
yep,
to muster up enough energy to talk to yourself. I get up in the morning. I got up this morning and I was like, yo, I was speaking things into existence. Like, yo, did you tell the driver that to pick me up at 12 o'clock? Did you tell the driver or did you tell the chef that I
yep.
want that Mediterranean salad with my chicken on the
Oh,
side?
yeah, yeah,
You feel
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? Oh, I got a meeting at 10 o'clock. I got to do this podcast. We got to do it like that. Why not us? It
Yep,
might sound crazy, but you got to feel that energy. You got
yep,
to know who you are.
yep.
We
Because
figured
it says
it
it in the
out.
Bible, it says that your tongue is very powerful. And whatever you speak, that's why I said be careful what you say, because whatever you speak comes into existence. So if you're saying, "Hey, I'm a, negative stuff," then you're gonna be surrounded by negativity. But if, like you said, you're building yourself up, you're having that positive attitude, you're gonna attract that because you're speaking it. Because when you speak it, you live it, and when you live it, it comes a part of your spirit, and it's just elevating everywhere. Because I remember my mom when she was on drugs and she was recovering. She just started recovering. When she started her first recovery, and she was like, "I'm gonna get a car. I'm gonna get a car." And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, right. She ain't gonna get no car, no house. Just coming off drugs." She kept saying it, "When I get my car, when I get my car." And I looked up. She had 2 cars and a house, and I said, "She got what everybody thought she wasn't gonna get," but she kept saying, "I'm gonna get my car. I'm gonna get my house." She kept speaking it, even when she was sleeping on the floor at my grandma's house. She was saying, "I'm gonna get my car," and then she got it. So I'm so blessed and thankful that you reminded me of that. Because one thing about being like me, a loner, I don't have friends. Not because I don't want friends, but it's because you have to have a certain etiquette, a
Yes.
certain vibe, a certain demeanor to even be in my circle. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? I see it all through you. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain, like, you don't search for friends. If
Mm-hmm.
you and another person are vibing, it's gonna come natural. I'm not out
Yeah.
here like, "Oh, I want some friends," or no, it
Mm-hmm.
don't happen that way. And you are reminding me what I need to do because I don't have anyone else, I talk to. My husband, he's like, he's a man. He's like, "Okay, I told you you can do it, do it." You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really do too much when it comes to talking like that because, some men do it, some men don't, but he's just like a one time saying it type of man. And my kids, they're young, so they don't, but, and
You just
parents,
need that reassurance sometimes.
yeah, yeah,
Sometimes we
yeah,
need that reassurance. Sometimes we want people to I want like, yo, you can do it. So I'm
yep.
the reassurance today that you can do it.
Thank you so much.
You can do it. You can do it. You are already a real estate agent.
Thank you so much.
You're already that. So what are you?
I am a real estate agent.
Okay. You're a real estate agent out of what? Raleigh, North Carolina?
Out of Raleigh, North Carolina, and I am not only am I a real estate agent, but I am
Mhm.
the top real estate agent.
Okay, you're the top real estate agent. And how did you even get here? Like, what was your drive? Like, how did you do it? How did you overcome everything?
Hanging around positive people, positivity, and studying, hard work, and not giving up, and knowing
Yes.
who I am, and knowing that, you know, when I become a real estate agent, I don't want to cut corners. I want to do it right so I can have my clients come back. I'm hungry. I go on Clubhouse and I go in the rooms with the real estate agents. Like you said, I'm not one, but I listen to what they say. I listen to what they be talking about because that's
But
what
you
it's going to
are
be me.
one. Listen,
Yeah.
listen, listen. When I tell you, listen, My podcast is globally. My podcast is well known. I'm the number one podcaster. I'm a motivational speaker. I
Yes.
am. I am.
Yep.
It don't matter what nobody else think. It's about what I think.
Yep. That's
And
right.
you are a real estate agent. You
Thank you
are,
so much.
and that's that.
Thank you.
That's that. You are a real estate agent because we got to create our own reality. We
Yep.
can't. We can't be afraid. Why we don't be afraid? What we don't be afraid? Because what somebody said, oh, well, how you gonna be a real estate agent? You ain't do this yet. I'm a real estate agent.
Yep.
Cause let me tell you, I be hitting up Ricky Smiley. I be hitting up Kevin Hart. I be writing bar stools. I told them like, listen, you need to have my podcast on your network. My
Yep.
podcast bring people together. I
Yep.
I sold myself to people. I mean, like I'm telling people my ideas. Like, yo, I should be on your network. I'm not talking about a small network. I'm talking about the biggest network.
Yep.
Because why I'm a dream small, I'm dreaming big.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? I believe in myself. It don't matter if y'all didn't write me back today, but y'all write me back tomorrow. I
Yep.
just gotta keep going. I just gotta believe in myself. So I thank you for pouring into me. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what it's all about. This conversation was meant to happen. It was
Yep.
meant to have a part two.
Yep.
So,
I don't want to
man,
start crying. It's like
huh?
I said, I don't want to start crying because
Girl, if you cry,
it's
let it out. It's a release.
yeah,
It's
it's
okay to cry. I cried today.
oh
I cried
oh
today. Yeah, I cried today because, I was just like, man, I'm just trying to figure it out.
yeah,
And I talked to my family that I created. You know what I'm saying? Family
yeah,
that I created. People that's dear to my heart. I was able to express how I felt. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, yo, you right where you supposed to be.
yep,
You right where you supposed to be, Kendra. You are right where you supposed to be. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. Just
yep,
let it flow, because we won't let things flow. We want to be in control of everything. Just let
yeah,
it be. Things are going to happen. You are the energy. Things are going to be attracted to you. Don't you? Everything will work out, man. You get it.
yeah,
We in that level now that we're there, and that's why it's not even about what you say. It's not about what you see, because some things we don't see.
that's right, that's right,
It's about to happen.
yep, that's
What
right,
you got to do, have that momentum, continue to believe, continue to speak it.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? I'm motivating you, but I'm motivating myself.
yeah. You really motivate me a lot, and I've always been very tough. Um, I don't really like people to see me cry unless I'm comfortable. Like it's a certain level of comfort and respect and a certain connection for me to even really, you know, cry out of, you know, trying to get a goal or frustration from just typical things in life. Because people always said, hey, you're so tough. That's one thing about certain women that I hung around, they, I would say stuff and they would get emotional and they would cry. And I'm like, what are you crying for? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I've been married for so long and my husband is really, really tough when it comes to, setting goals and all that. And just being around a man for all these years. And I kind of grew thick skin because, men, they just say what they say and that's it. Sometimes they're not emotional like women. They don't really say it in a way to be nice. They just say it. And I noticed the way I talk to some women, and I have worked on it. I'm like, hey, like one lady I saw, I said, hey, are you pregnant? And then she was like, no. I said, we could go to the gym. She was like, I'm not pregnant. I felt so bad because I was like, I could tell her feelings,
Mhm.
and that's why I was like, hey, I need, I have to try to think before I speak because people, especially women in these day and times, they're very emotional. Um, and I said, well, I'm emotional too in a way, but I cover it up differently. My tears is normally um, equivalent to me like working out or something, going to the
Mhm.
gym
Mhm.
is okay. The anger or just was a tough week, so I'm gonna take it out here, on this treadmill or something like that, or I'll just, push myself and just work, you know, 4 or 5 jobs, or push myself to not feel that, not to
Yeah,
go through.
you running away from yourself. You're not really
Yeah,
sitting. You're not really sitting with it.
yeah, yeah,
And so that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? You have to sit still. You have
yeah,
to sit still. You have to allow your feelings to run through you. You have to go, you have to feel it. It doesn't matter if you work 5 or 6 jobs, because when you by yourself, you still gonna feel those things.
yep,
So it's good to just feel it, know what it is, and release.
yep,
Understand who you are as a queen. You feel me?
yep. That's right.
Just be. Just be,
That's
man.
right.
That's what I could say to you, man. You got my number. Matter of fact, we gonna talk. We most definitely gonna talk, man. You know what I'm saying? This is part two
Yep,
of this is part two. You know what I mean? This message wasn't for everybody. It was just for the people that got it. Because a
yep,
message ain't for everybody, and
yep.
everybody
That's right.
can get it.
Yep. And I just want to, because I know I want to end saying this. I've been on a couple podcasts, and your podcast is, I would say, because I don't want them to hear and they get mad, but I'm gonna have to keep it 100. And it's just your consistency. And when I come on your podcast, I leave. I feel like a better, stronger queen. I leave with like a different outlook, you know, on my life. So I would have to say this is the best podcast I've been on, because, you know, most of the time when you come on a podcast, it's like helping them, the podcast, helping them with their numbers, or if they're getting, so many likes and stuff, they're getting paid, this and that. But it's like when I come on your podcast, I feel like I know, no matter how much I try to go around it, I know Kendra is going to bring something out of me that is going to make me, you know, just go, just go harder, just to be great. And really felt that today. That's why I like coming back.
You can come
Um,
back again. You can come back
yep,
whenever.
yep. And I got invited to other podcasts, that I was on. Some I didn't share, some I did. It asked me to come back, but this is the only one, that I've came back on, except for, yeah, one other one, but we never linked back up. But again, it goes back to with consistency, But you're doing a great job. Um, my kids, my husband can hear you. It's like everyone's calm in the house. Normally, if I'm on here, it's like running around and this and that, but I can feel like the peace, like you bring peace. And I really see you doing really big things. And this is coming from me. I ain't trying to brag, but I'm not no ordinary person. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 kids. I get my real estate license. You know what I'm saying? I got, my own business. This is coming from a woman that is out here, that is, different from many. Not to brag, but like you said, we have to be honest. And I don't say this, I don't give out compliments like Candy. Just like you, if you see it, you say it. And that's how I feel you are. And I wish you the best. And I do want to come back. Every event I have, I want to come back. And one day I'm gonna come back, and you're gonna be, you know, on, you're gonna be on another level. I'm like, hey, I'm like, yes, I'm glad that I stuck with her when she first started, because when you get big, please do not forget me. Because I'm
I'm not.
like, look, I'm like,
I'm
I want
never.
to be on here for 2, 3 hours. Don't forget how we used to talk, and I want to talk about my problems. Don't get too big and forget about me.
Hey,
Like,
listen. I'll never forget the people that believed in me when nobody knew about Why Not Us podcast.
yep,
Because at the end of the day, that's the only people that matter to me. It's
yep,
the people that believed in me when I don't even care about money. This is
yep,
what I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about bringing people together and letting people be heard.
yep.
So that's I would never forget about you. This is just the
Thank you.
beginning. You're coming. You're coming. You're going to be on the podcast. What
Yep.
you mean?
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yep.
have you up there talking about real estate. Like,
Yeah.
yo,
Oh yes.
like you don't be up there talking about real estate, and we gonna have this conversation. Be like, yo, you remember when we had that conversation?
Yep. Yep.
Nobody else understood that conversation, but we did. Man, look at you.
Yep.
Look at you up there in Forbes magazine.
Yep. Yep.
Look at you up here open up a world renowned place for all kids.
Yes. Oh my goodness. You took it right out of my mouth. Oh my! And you didn't even know. I didn't even. I don't think I even told anybody about
It
that.
don't. I just know. I feel it. I
That's
feel
what I
it.
want to do.
When I tell you, I feel things and I say things and I see things. I'm not. That's why I try to tell people: don't pay attention to my image. Just pay attention to my message and feel my
Yes.
energy. Feel my
Yep.
love. I'm different. I'm
Yes.
different.
You.
I'm a,
You are.
I'm a
Yep. You.
different. I'm a different person. But I
Yep.
just want people to know that people are not going to be able to reach me. People are not going to be able to reach me when I go to the levels that I need to get to. You understand?
Right.
When the people that's going to be able to reach me are the people that was there for me right there when I was at the right there at the beginning, when I ain't know if I was coming or going, didn't know if I was
Yep.
crying before I got on the podcast, didn't even know what
Oh.
was going on, didn't even know if don't even know. Like, this is therapeutic for me. You're pushing me to go further. You feel me? Like, I feel
Yes.
like I'm about to get emotional.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's real.
Yep.
Because you got
Yep.
to go through different versions of yourself to
Yep.
understand who you really are.
Yep. Yep. Got to
You
make
know
me
what I'm
cry.
saying?
Really. Oh,
You know what I'm
cry.
saying? It's real though, because it's
Yep.
like you just gotta keep pushing and you just
Yep.
gotta keep pushing. And it's like you just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's like, yo, it's like you just birthing something, but you can't see it yet.
Yep. Yep.
But you just going hard and you just going hard. And you
Yep.
just, we get so caught up on the destination that we don't pay attention to the journey. And so I'm appreciating the journey. I'm appreciating the I don't knows and what ifs. And I'm
Yep.
appreciating all the connections that I'm having right now. This is who I am. I'm of love and light. This is what I do. I speak. I speak
Yep.
life into things.
Yep. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, man,
You have a gift. You have a gift, and you like when Facebook, you see a lot of people, try to duplicate, try to do stuff for clout or likes. And, I see it, but you have a gift. I get invitations sometimes to do stuff, but I would turn, I don't give everybody my time. Um, I don't, I don't care how popular you are. I don't care if you have 5,000 viewers. If I look at you and I can see you're not my type of crowd, type of person, I don't care. I'm not in it for that. And you have that gift, you have a talent, and it's a spiritual thing. It's deeper than the exterior, it's deeper than the looks, it's deeper than what we see. It's something that you can just feel like kind of like love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in inside. It can't, like love, like you had to, you give it your all, love, like, hey, I love this person, and you know, I don't care if I'm in hell as long as I'm with them. I'm still gonna have that love. It's gonna be heaven, even though the environment can be hell. That's how
yeah.
deep you are when you speak. And a lot of people in our generation, they can't get that deep. They can't get that.
Mm-mm.
They're just on level one, and it's like you said,
Mhm.
it's levels to it, and you're way above your time. You remind me of like an ancestor, like you going back, 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 back when it wasn't even podcasts or Facebook or anything. The only thing they had was that spiritual connection. That's how our
Mhm.
ancestors were able to get over slavery and still produce when they was getting killed and raped and beat up and all this and that, but we are still here, we're a duplication of them. And the energy and the knowledge and the spiritual connection that you have is something that you can't take lightly, and you knowing who you are. Like, if anybody does not respect that, then I would stay far away from them, because they're not on that level of just positivity, um and understanding. Meeting someone like you is once in a lifetime. because I don't meet people like this every day. I work with a lot of people. I do sales. I deal with a lot of people, and as far as work wise, not friends, but work wise, or when I'm doing stuff for the nonprofit, when I'm trying to get my message out, and you're just different. You're one of a kind. Anyone that is blessed enough to have an intellectual conversation with you, or to even be on this podcast. And they better hurry up, because soon you're gonna have people begging to come on. They're gonna have to wait. You know what I'm saying? But anyone that's that blessed to even be in your presence and speak to you, that is something that money cannot buy, and they're very lucky. And I'm just happy that's how I know God's real and God's good, because He's putting real people in my pathway. Like I only want to be around the realness. Ain't about the money, ain't about the likes, it ain't about the, like I said on my post, ain't about that. I want to be around the best of the best when it comes to spiritual connections, emotional connections, and just because we all gonna die. We all this world is temporary, and I feel like the level you're on, I feel like it's gonna get deep. I feel like you're crossing over past this world. You're on the other side, and most people don't go to that side until they're dead, where they're like, oh, I feel this, or this person's, or I'm pouring, that's by that time, it's either too late because they're old, or they don't understand it because they're too young, depending on when they get. But you're on a different boat, sweetheart, and that is something that.
See, you get it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I have to come to terms with a lot of things, because it's like everybody ain't gonna get it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
The only people that's gonna get it is the people that's supposed to get it. You get
Yep.
it
Yep.
because
I
it's
get it.
different. I see different. It's difference, man. It's
Yep.
it's it's not it's not like I'm a part of this world, but I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I see it. I feel it. I can feel it out, like just speaking to you. Like, I promise you, this is like the most quiet my house been in a while. That's why I'm sitting here. Like, I know you got, I gotta go to work. You sitting here,
Yeah.
but just it's just so the windows open. It's just the peace, and just before I got on here, my 6-year-old was running around, telling some, oh, you snitched on me. Snitches get stitches, because I told her that her sister, ate her food. She was throwing stuff. My son was on his game. My husband was, it was just, but now it's like the energy, I can pick up on it. And this is, I can't, like, you're just the truth. You're just the
Appreciate you.
truth. And you're going to be duplicated. People are going to try to duplicate and be like you, talk like you, have shows like you, try to have no, but at the end of the day, you can't duplicate the truth. There's only one why not us. There's only one Kendra. There's only one of you, one energy. It cannot be faked. You cannot fake the truth. So, and you're so nice, and you're such on another, that's why I just love your energy. You're on such another level that that, but you don't even care. You don't even, speak. You, like, I can't even describe it, because most people be like, oh yeah, people are gonna copy me, or they'll put indirect posts, but you don't even give it any attention. You don't even care. You just like, okay, I'm in my own little, like, your intellect and your spiritual connection is on a other level that you don't even see stuff. It's kind of like the Matrix. It's like you're like Neo, and you're walking around. Everything is like, everybody else is like, you know what I'm saying?
Sleep.
Right. Sleep. That's what you are. And then the thing is, in our generation, different people will start being on your level, like 50s, 60s, like they always do when they get older and the beach party's up. Then you want to be all, you know what I'm saying? But you're stepping into it, and you're doing it young, and you're gonna I'm just, I thank God for allowing me to just be around this type of person, and I'm like, I'm just so excited for you, and you're a really amazing person.
And listen, you are too. I appreciate you for speaking life over me. I appreciate you for seeing me.
Yes, I can
Like
see, I
like
feel you.
seeing me.
Yeah, you're amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate you for seeing me. Like you just sent chills off down my body, like, cause
But my husband seen it too, because he be sitting there and like how men right like they ain't listening, they
mm,
listen to everything. He laying down, and a lot of times when I speak to people, or I speak live on Facebook, or if I have meetings or something, like with group members, or if I'm trying to talk to someone to try to get some stuff for the foundation, he's like, yeah, this person's this person's that. They're full of, excuse my language, they're full of shit, or they,
mm.
you know what I'm saying? Because he's good at picking up energy too in certain ways, but he's not on your level yet because men are different. He's just his journey is different, but when I get off the podcast with you, he was like, yeah, he's like, I want to do a podcast. You motivated him to do a podcast.
Hey,
And I,
tell him I got him. Tell
yeah,
tell
he was like,
him.
I want to do that too. She's good. And then he went on YouTube, and then he just just had some music and was talking and got like 1,000 views. And then I was like, it's amazing how you hear the truth and the way you hear it delivered, and just motivating somebody. Like, that's the power that you have, just to motivate. My husband don't do nothing but he work, take care of the kids, watch the game. He's not like a person like that. But you made him look at I don't know what it was, but I was like, wow, you know that's the type of energy, and just that's as I said, that's a gift. You weren't even talking to him; he's talking to me, and I'm his wife. But like, that energy came through me, and then he just felt so much positivity coming from his wife, that he was like, wow, I want to do that, and like I said, it's amazing. It really is amazing.
Man, listen, I appreciate you, man. Like when I say I appreciate you, I need to hear all this. All this is confirmation for me.
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely.
When I say confirmation, because listen, I've been in the battle with myself. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm just pushing through and just continue to believe in myself. Thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
I would never forget this conversation. Thank you.
Me either. I
When
never
I
forget our
tell you,
conversation.
I would never forget this conversation because God sent you to give me that message today.
Yes, yes, and I feel God put you in my pathway, because God, I prayed to God, I said, God, I only want, send me the best of the best. When you are dealing with my life and it comes to people, and I talk about the best of the best, I'm not talking about money, I'm not talking about looks, I ain't talking about Facebook likes or none of that. I said I want the best of the best when it comes to positivity, spirituality, just people's intellect, the intentions, just the whole package. I want the best of the best. And that's how I try to live my life, from the way I carry myself with my exterior down to my spirit, down to people that I talk to. I like right now, my husband's like, you going on a podcast? Like, it's not that serious. I said, but no, me, I I feel like I am the best of the best. I feel like I'm going on the best of the best podcast. And since
Yeah.
I am, I'm gonna dress like this.
Yes.
This ain't no rinky dink podcast. To me, I'm gonna come with my fur
I
and my
loved
pearls,
it.
because
I
this is
love
why
it,
not us.
man.
This is why not us. Why would I come in a t-shirt or look at anything less? This is not rinky dink. This is, like, people go to church, they dress up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? People go out to the clubs, they dress up. They dress up for, they go into a concert, or women, they feel like a man, or whoever got money. You put your best, you know, I put my best foot forward because I see that you are the best. And like I told my husband, right now I'm transitioning, like you said, to my other level, and I only want to deal with the best. And
Yes.
that's all I want to settle for. Because if you're dealing with the best, like times like this, when I'm trying to get my real estate, that the best is going to bring out the best. And
Yes.
if you have the best around you, you're going to get to your best because you've been hanging around the best. But if you've
Yes.
been hanging around the worst and rinky dink people, you're going to be in the same position for years, and you're going to wonder why. Why can't I get here? Because you've been hanging around people that are not the best. You've been doing things that's not the best. And I
Yes.
just want the best. And you are, to me, in my opinion, you are the best when it
And
comes
you
to
know
this,
what?
your work.
I
And that's why
listen.
I showed you this by, my little fur.
Man, listen, when I tell you, man, listen, they ain't seen nothing yet.
Yes.
When I tell you, like, bruh, I can't wait till we both get where we supposed to go and we just come back and like, yo, and
Yep.
have that
And look back. Yep.
conversation. And
Yep.
we might be in LA. We
Yep.
might be in a mansion in North Carolina. We might
Yep.
be we gonna be what we gonna be, but we gonna be together and be able to celebrate. We're gonna be crying. We
Yep.
gonna
Oh
be
Lord, yes.
laughing. We gonna be clapping.
Then yep.
Everything that we're feeling today, all that energy, is gonna put us in the place that we're supposed to be. This is the momentum.
Yep.
This is the momentum. Go ahead, go,
Yep.
do you.
And the confirmation that okay, we are who we know who we are, that we are. We confirmation that we are doing what's right, and everything that we feel, every cry, every test, every
Yes,
struggle,
yes,
everything is for a reason, because like I said, two people that the best of the best coming together. And again, like I said, a real friends, you don't search for them, they just come together. And us, to me, I really feel like we're like it's a friendship, because what you know we both stand for, and the positivity and
for
what you're trying to
sure.
do. And this, I hope this is confirmation to you, because what you've said to me has been confirmation for me. And once I get it, matter of fact, when I pass, I want to come back and be like, this is proof that why not us, and what she said. Like, we don't play around over here. Like, she don't play no games. This is what I like. This is why not us. My real
Listen,
estate
that's
license is
I
why not us.
already
I got it.
know. I
Yep.
already know you're gonna pass it, so you're gonna already come back.
Yep.
So we're gonna need to make an appointment, and you know what I mean, we're gonna need to get you on the calendar December.
Yep.
December after you pass it in December the 1st. We
Yep.
already know
Yep.
that.
Yep.
We already know that. You are your own validation. You
That's
are good
right.
enough. You are a queen. Just know that everything that you need, you already have. Is inside of you. You have everything that you need. You're already whole.
Yep. That's right.
You're already whole. So I love you, man. I
I
love
love you
you.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. And I just feel great. I feel like I'm about to go and I don't know, go, it's just I feel because I get tired a lot because I do so much and I have to take, coffee and all that, but I feel like my energy, I'm like, yeah, I can, you know, finish what it's just I can't describe it, but
It's
it's
just a
it's good
renewed.
and I like it.
It's just that energy. Is like, yo, it's an energy surge.
Yep.
It's a time to be creative.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So thank you so much for coming to the podcast.
Thank you. It's an honor. It's an honor. The honor
Real
is
estate
mine.
agent, real estate agent energy. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? The next political person, that's gonna be you. That's gonna be you right there. Man,
Yep.
I'm
You
telling you,
too.
we're gonna speak it into existence and believe it, and then we're gonna act on it, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yep. You
You
too.
already know the vibes, man.
Yep. The good vibes only. Real good vibes. Real good positive vibes, and I love it.
Facts. Y'all already know what it is. It's Why Not Us podcast.
Yep.
Number one globally. You already know the
Yep.
vibes, man. Why
Yep.
not us? Why not you? Why not we? Why not us? Period.
Yep. Period. Yep.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Peace and blessings.